Welcome to our Aztec District meeting for March 2022. For those of you who are new, every month we gather to discuss the four main pillars of Scouting, which are membership, program, unit service, and finance. These are the wheels that keep Scouting moving forward on a daily basis. So we're going to go ahead and get started with our membership. As you see here, these numbers represent the youth that are currently participating in our district. 77 youth are participating in our packs, 46 youth are participating in troops, 5 youth are participating in crews, and we have 12 youth that are currently participating in posts. The list below shows each unit and the number of youth that they are currently serving. If there is a number that is missing for the unit, those are the units that are currently in the process of completing their recharters. So some numbers may be missing because the recharters hadn't been processed when I screenshotted the list. But as the units are finalizing the recharters, the numbers will be updated, so the totals will reflect that in next month's meeting. But as of March, the beginning of this month, the district is serving a total of 140 youth. Please keep in mind also that recruitment for your units should be an ongoing process throughout the year. So there are plenty of resources online to help you with that process. And of course, you can always reach out to me if you need help with that as well. One of the programs that we're working on is our Scout Reach program. And so we're currently working with the UISD after school programs in the schools that are listed here on this slide. If you know of any parents who are interested in signing their kids up for the program in any of these schools, or if you know of any adults that are willing to help us get these units up and running, please send them our way. We're hoping to have a couple of units up and running on the south side by the end of March, hopefully the beginning of April. So we're going to be having these programs at those schools that are listed during the after school day program. So if you know of any parents who have kids in these schools, send them our way, let them know that their programs are available. And these programs are being run through a grant, so the fees are minimal for them to join. So like I said, send them our way. And again, if you haven't seen the resources online for recruitment, this is the new hashtag adventure on that the national website is using. And there's plenty of resources to upload and to start using as far as recruitment goes. You want to be creative, have your current scouts reach out to friends that aren't in Scouting and invite them to some of the activities that you're putting on. But if you need resources, if you need flyers or anything like that, you can upload them from the links that are listed here. Moving on to program, we'd like to congratulate the Eagle Scout class of 2021. We had a reception last weekend that was pretty well attended. Listed here are the scouts from our district who completed and were recognized for their Eagle Scout projects. And one of our very own from Troop 615, Carlos Rene, was awarded the top Eagle Scout project for this year for the council. So we're pretty proud of that accomplishment, and he worked really hard to get that done. So if you see him, make sure you congratulate him for his project, as well as the rest of the scouts that were able to be recognized for the class of 2021. These are just a few of the pictures that were taken at the reception, and we had a good turnout. And we had a good representation from our Aztec district. So hopefully those of you who weren't able to make it this year will be able to attend next year. We had some of our own scouts participating in the opening ceremonies of the reception. So it was good to see them out there and good to see Aztec being represented for the council. So thank you to those of you who were able to attend. We have our Pinewood Derby coming up pretty soon. We're having a workshop this Saturday, and the workshop is going to be there at Camp Huizache starting at 10 a.m. If you're brand new to scouting and you have never participated in our Pinewood Derby, this workshop is for you guys to come along and get some tips and tricks and help with cutting your derby cars. We do have a few kits available on site on Saturday for purchase, $5 each kit. We will help you plan and prepare your Pinewood Derby cars and get them cut. And then you can take them home and decorate them and then bring them back for the race, which will be taking place on Saturday, March 26th. So we're really excited about having our Pinewood Derby this year. We went virtual last year, but this year it will be in person there at Camp Huizache. So we're hoping that you all can make it. And we are adding a parent division. So any of you parents that are interested in participating, you can bring your cars as well. If you need help cutting one or putting one together, come on Saturday and we'll get that help for you. And we'll have a parent division at the end of the day on March 26th. So we're looking forward to that. We are also working on our Cub Scout family campout, which will be taking place April 22nd and 23rd. We've got a lot of activities planned, so we're really excited about that. It is a family campout, so the whole family is welcome to sign up and register for that. We are looking for help, so if any of the troops out there are available to help us on those days, please reach out to me and let me know. Once we have the schedule finalized, we'll send it out to you guys. So if you're available and willing to help us man one of the stations on that day, on that weekend, we're looking for the help. We're looking for the help in the kitchen and to man the stations. So if you're available, just reach out to me or Jackie and let us know, and we'll put you on the list to help. It's greatly appreciated if you're available that day. And that goes up with any of the other committee volunteers. If you have some skills you're willing to share, by all means, we're willing to take that help. So we've got Pinewood Derby coming up and our spring Cub family camp out. There's also the Scout to BSA summer camp registration that's already open, and there is a link for that available to register. One of the other activities that's coming up, the Catholic Committee on Scouting is planning to have a retreat and a race the weekend of April 30th. We don't have all the details yet, but there is a flyer that's being worked on. And as soon as we have that information, we'll pass that along to you guys. But if you're interested, you can contact Dr. Gomez Vasquez. He's the new committee chair for that program. And as soon as we have the details for that, we'll bring that to you guys. So be on the lookout for that as well. Council-wide, there are lots of things coming up, lots of activities, lots of trainings. So these are just a few on the list for our double knot registration system. You'll see the Pinewood Derby registration up there. There's some OA activities that are happening pretty soon. A Brotherhood ceremony on March 27th at Camp Carancoa. We are having some trainings that are coming up that I'll talk to you about in a little bit. Our Cub Camp is there, and you can register for that as well already. More trainings, IOLS and Baloo for Cub Masters, Assistant Cub Masters, Scout Masters, and Assistant Scout Masters. If you haven't had that training, that is a requirement. So if you're available on that weekend, it's coming up pretty soon. March 19th and 20th, it is an overnight. So yeah, make plans for that if you haven't already. The list goes on, but if you have any questions, just keep an eye on our Facebook page. All the stuff that's coming up is always posted on both the council page and our local district page. So as I mentioned before, we have plenty of trainings that are coming up. Baloo and IOLS at Camp K, and that's an introduction to outdoor leader skills. So it is an overnight. It is you do need to camp out, but they're teaching you all kinds of outdoor leadership skills that you can pass along to your packs and your troops. So it's a very helpful training. And like I mentioned before, for our unit leaders, you should have that training completed in order to be considered fully trained in your position. There is a leader specific and YPT training that we're planning on having on April 2nd. I don't have too much detail for that right now. I know Adrian Castillo is taking the lead on that, but as soon as I have that information, we'll put it out. If you have not completed your YPT training, please check your myscouting.org site and it will tell you when your YPT is expiring or if it has already expired. You can take it online anytime that you're available, but we do plan on having an in-person training coming up in April. So if you're not a fan of online, by all means, make plans to attend that weekend so we can answer any questions that you might have. We're also having a Cub Scout Range Master training at Camp Wisache on April 9th, and that registration is already up and running. It is a $10 fee. We need people who are certified for that training in order to put on any of our camp events, Family Cub Camp included. So those of you who have taken that training in the past, most of our certifications are expired. We do have to renew it every 2 years. So if you're not sure if your certificate is expired or not, let me know or make plans to attend. We're hoping to have at least a handful of people trained so that they can help us out with our Cub Camp. And then lastly on the list is merit badge counselors. If you are a merit badge counselor, it's my understanding that you have to renew that form every year or update your merit badge counselor form every year and submit it to SAM. So if you haven't resubmitted your form for this year, please do so as soon as possible. We didn't have too many merit badge counselors listed for our district this year. So it's just a matter of updating and renewing that form. There's a link there for the form. I emailed it to you guys at the beginning of the week. So you might want to check your emails and see if that form is there. But like I mentioned, if you're a merit badge counselor, please make sure you resubmit that form. There also is an online training that you should have taken when you first registered as a merit badge counselor. So also, if you haven't taken that training, you can log in online to myscouting.org and take that training so that you'll be considered fully trained as a merit badge counselor. If you have any questions, reach out to me or contact Sam. Sam is the one who does need those forms on file. So once you have it filled out, you can send it to her and she'll put you back on the list for merit badge counselors. And there's a saying that we have in our training committee that every scout deserves a trained leader. So make sure that if you are on your committee that you're checking those training reports at least on a monthly. Currently, we do have 92% completed or current YPT. The 7.87%, if your YPT has expired, I believe I have reached out to you already. Some of those people may be adults who aren't registered or aren't planning on registering for this year. So hopefully at our next meeting, we'll have 100%. But keep an eye on those training reports on your myscouting.org site. They're updated daily. And as you can see, trained leader report, we're only at 53%. And that does have a lot to do with missing IOLS or blue. If you're a committee member in your unit, you should have logged in and taken the committee member training. If you're a district member at large, there's a training for that. And as I mentioned before, if there's a merit badge council, if you're a merit badge counselor, there's a training for that. So please make sure that you have completed your leader specific training for any position that you are in your unit. We do have from time to time some adults who change positions in their units. And if you have recently changed the position from your unit, if you've gone from assistant cup master to cup master, or from committee member to merit badge counselor, or whatever change that was made, you need to go back and log in online and complete that training for the position you're currently in. So keep an eye on those reports and make sure that everybody is up to date. And these are the details for our upcoming Range Master course. It is a training that's good for 2 years. You do need to re-certify every 2 years. And if you have any adults 18 years or older who are wanting to help with shooting sports activities, then they need to have this training. So it will be taking place here at Camp Wisache on April 9th at 9 a.m. And I mentioned before, there is a fee of $10. So you can register on Double Knot, sign up, anyone 18 years or older. If you have any questions, Dwayne is the one who will be doing the training, giving that training that day. You can contact him or contact me and we'll get those answers for you. And then again, as I mentioned, Blue training will take place March 19th and 20th. That fee is a $30 fee and it is an overnight. And there's a lot of skills and a lot of activities that are planned for this training. It is a fun training if you haven't attended it before. They do teach you a lot. And if you're a Cub Master, Scout Master, and Assistant, you should have this training. And it is in 2 parts. There is an online portion and there is an in-person portion. So if you're missing one or the other, please make sure that you have completed both of them so that you can be listed as a trained leader. Moving on to finance, we're currently working on our camp cards. We're hoping to have them printed out for the units by April. I have contacted pretty much everyone that's listed, that was listed on our card last year. Unfortunately, the only ones who have come back to us or have responded have been Jiffy Lube, Basket and Pottery Alley, and Texadelphia. So if you know of any of these vendors or if you have a connection with these vendors and you can help us get in contact with them, I have gone by the establishments and I have emailed them. I've called a few of them, but we haven't had too much of a response. We're also looking for new vendors. So if you have a contact with a new vendor that you think might be willing to participate in our camp cards, please let me know. We have a form. All they need to do is fill out the form with their promotion or their coupon. And we'll be more than happy to put them on their camp card at no cost to them. We don't charge for them to be on our camp card, but we'd like to get this updated and taken care of by the end of this coming week so that we can have them printed and ready for the units in April. So let me know if you know of any vendors or if you have contacts with any of the vendors listed so we can get this taken care of as soon as possible. And then finally, our Friends of Scouting, our dinner is still set for April 5th at 6 p.m. at the IBC Annex. We are still looking for help with that. We're looking for sponsors and We're working on our unit campaign. If you haven't donated yet, by all means, please do so. Every bit counts, and this money is going to help us with things that we need in our district. It covers a program, it covers registration assistance, it covers building repairs and just the monthly bills that come up as far as camp goes. So we need everybody's support. We need everybody's participation. So if you haven't donated yet, by all means, please do so. We really need the help. As far as our dinner on April 5th, we are still looking for gift baskets that we can give out for door prizes. So if you have a gift basket that you can donate, please let me know. We'd like to have those collected in the next few weeks, in the next couple of weeks, because this dinner is coming up pretty soon. If you're planning on attending the dinner, we need you to RSVP on the website so that we can have an accurate count. We do need to turn in a count to IBC a week in advance so that they know how many people are coming, so that they can prepare the tables and the food that they're going to be donating. And then I've spoken to a couple of you about the video clips of your scouts. We still need video clips. We're trying to put a video together of the scouts, just short little clips of why scouting is important to them or what they love about scouting. So if you can get with your scouts and record little 30-second to a minute video clips of them explaining why scouting is fun or why they love scouting or why it's important to them, you can record your scout and then just send it to me in a text message. We're hoping to have that video put together again. We need all that done before the dinner comes up, and we're less than a month away. So if I've spoken to you and asked you for those video clips, or if you have one that you can do of your own scout, by all means, just a brief clip of why scouting is important to them. Send it my way, and we're going to try to do a little collage of that video clip to show the day of the dinner. And we're also asking for the name of the scout that will be representing your unit in the opening ceremony. So we'd like for each unit to have a scout represent them at the opening ceremony of the dinner. So we need one name, one of the scouts who can parade. It's going to be an opening parade. We want at least one scout to represent each unit that we have. So we need the name of that scout so we can put them on the list for attendance purposes. And like I said, if you're planning on attending the dinner, we're welcoming everybody. Everybody's welcome to attend, but we do need you all to RSVP and on the website, and just let us know how many. Bring the whole family, but let us know how many will be attending in your party so that we can make arrangements with IBC to have the proper number of tables and dinner settings for that. It's important that we get that number to them soon. This is what our scorecard looks like. This is us compared with the other districts in our council. As you can see, so far we've raised 5% of our goal. I know council just had their event yesterday. And so they're planning on reaching 100% of their goal once their event was done. So this is as of the beginning of the month. But we're currently at 5%. And like I mentioned before, any little bit counts, every little bit helps. So if you haven't already donated, please do so. If you know of any sponsors, any corporate sponsors that might be interested in donating, please send them our way because we could use that help as well. But we'd like to see that number move a little higher. Hopefully it'll be higher by the time the dinner comes around. And there's 3 ways to give. So as I mentioned before, if you haven't given yet, you can text Aztec FOS 241444 on your cell phone. We do have pledge cards that you can fill out in person. We'll have those available the day of the event. And then if you just take a screenshot of the QR code, it will take you directly to our site, our website. So there's every which way that you can to help us out and donate. And by all means, share this with your families and friends. We do have the website link posted on our Facebook page. It's pinned to the top of our page. So by all means, if you haven't already done so, please share that with your friends and family and on your own Facebook pages. That way we can get that 5% higher, much higher by the time the dinner comes around. So I have done a few presentations for some of the units this past month. PAC 192, Troop 201 just had a meeting last night and they were able to present that to their unit. So if we haven't scheduled a presentation for your unit, please let me know so that we can do that. Feel free to just share this with them if you want to do that presentation on your own. But there are resources that we mailed out to, that I emailed out to all the unit leaders. So just share the links, share the QR codes, share that information with your units, and encourage them to give as well. And just want to give out a huge thank you to those of you who have donated so far. Here we have the list so far that of units and community supporters that have made donations. And again, we appreciate all the help, and your contributions are making a huge difference in our district. So thank you so much for those of you who have already supported. Save the dates. So this is all the things that are coming up just in the next few weeks. So if you share those with your units, please put them on your calendars. And if you're able to attend, do so. We look forward to seeing you at camp pretty soon. And that's basically all I have. I do want to share the website with you before we end this meeting. So let me see if I can pull that up real quick. This is the website that we have for our Friends of Scouting Aztec, and this is solely for the Aztec district. You can see how much we have collected so far. This is updated on a daily. So this is what we have so far. Here is the information for the dinner, April 5th at the IBC Annex. If you know of any sponsors, we have a sponsorship flyer on this button. If you are willing to donate, or if you can have family and friend donate, you can hit the donate button. And this register button here is what we need if you are planning on attending the dinner. Please register ahead of time so we have a good idea as to how many people will be attending. So please RSVP as soon as you can. Let us know how many you're bringing. Like I mentioned, bring your family, bring your friends. How many people in your unit are planning to attend. We do have a table set aside for each unit, and those tables will be tables of 8. So any representatives from your unit that are planning on attending, please make sure you register them at this registered button so that we know how many to expect on the day of. And there's our text number, so you can donate from your phone. And by all means, like I mentioned before, every little bit counts, every little bit makes a difference. And so please continue to support the cause. We all know how important scouting is to those kids that are in our program. So if you can share this information, please do so. And That's all I have for this meeting. So if you have any questions or concerns, or if you plan on donating a gift basket, please reach out to me so we can make arrangements. If you have them ready, I will be at camp on Saturday for the Pinewood Derby workshop. So you can feel free to stop by and drop them off at that time. If not, just give me a call during the week so I can either meet you somewhere or you can meet me at camp and drop off whatever needs to be dropped off. So that's all I have for the meeting. We look forward to seeing you at the next one. We had it scheduled for the first week of April, but that lands exactly on our Friends of Scouting dinner. So most likely the next meeting will be April 12th. Until then, share the information with your units, and thank you for taking the time. We will see you again next month. Thank you.